All right, yo, Lil Nas is living his best life, but yeah, he ripped his pants, and I think he didn't have no underwear on because his junk was about to fall out.
Free balling
on live TV. That would be
on live TV. Yeah, he was saying in that interview, he was like afterwards, because like you know how they cleared the stage, he was like he couldn't move, like he stayed in front of that pole until somebody brought him a towel. Because also there was a part on that performance where they start tugging on his pants as well, and he was just hoping and praying that they didn't tug too hard because he would have been butt naked. So.
Yeah, it should have been called Saturday Nut Live.
Oh, that's a good one. That is the kind of humor you get here at the Free Agents. What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank y'all for showing up as always. Before we jump into it, though, there's one thing I need to let you all know. Before you do anything right now, I need you to click that subscribe button. That's right. Click the subscribe button. And if you've already clicked it, please tell your friends to click it because we need you all to be following us. We need you all to be up on what it is that we're doing here at the Free Agency. And so without any further ado, let me go ahead and bring in the fellas. What is going on, gentlemen? What is going on?
What's up?
Everybody else is on mute.
Hold on, look at them so they can talk. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
That's gotta be one of the most embarrassing things. You like, yo, what's up, man? Nobody heard that you said. Happy to see y'all.
We're still, hey, it's good to see you, man.
It's good to be seen.
This does my heart good.
To be seen or to see?
To be seen.
There's an echo.
That's why I'm talking like that.
I'm trying to fix it. Let me see.
Let me get my situation. I turned it off.
I know I turned it off and turned it back on. So I think it works now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Look at the professionals up in here. That's what I'm talking about.
We got our people in the building. First of all, Reese was here early. Reese was here like 8:56, 8:57.
Wow.
Reese was like, "How can you have started?"
It's because of you, Reese. We started on time.
Shree says, "Hey, where my peeps at? We right here.
We all here. We all here.
What up, Shree?
We got
Kaya.
What up, Kaya?
And then my brother, who I just sent him this link, and he look. This is how you know people really go up for you, man. Beautiful, my brother Lincoln.
That's dope.
What up, brother? Incredible writer, poet in his own right. He's published.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying? And he says someone needs to turn down their volume. Maybe it was me.
Lincoln's out of Houston or he's out of New York?
Yeah, out of Houston. Well, of course. What other city is there? No, I'm playing. Yeah.
Well, there's a
city, right?
Man, I can't wait to get to know Houston, man. I've been hearing so many things.
No, just make sure you bring your off.
Yes.
Oh. Sting Ease.
Man, the mosquitoes ain't no joke, bro. I literally went. Look, the mosquitoes, like, they so crucial out here. Like, you know, I'll be training in the garage, and I have the mosquito lighter, the candle light, and the LED one. Right. I promise you, I kid you not. I'm not over exaggerating. It looks like the mosquitoes go right over the counter. They'll be like, "What's that?"
And they go back. This nigga got that whack shit.
Let me talking mash. Look at this. Somebody come look at this shit. Look at this. You got it.
This nigga got Walmart brand off.
No, that's dollar store brand.
Yeah, I got that 100% DEET.
The boy have
That's what I'll be wearing.
the boy have not off. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to shout out Nicole right quick, man. Nicole Hart,
Yeah.
another Houston native. She is the lady who is responsible for my website. So you guys need some websites done.
Oh.
Yeah, she is
Oh,
dope
dope.
and super legit.
Damn, that's what's up.
All right, y'all want to jump into it?
Let's do it.
All right. How y'all defining freedom this week?
Mm.
Shall I go?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Okay, no problem. I am intentionally defining freedom by being okay with being in love with music. And I got to give a short story because I take this. Hey, Veronica too, man. Veronica's in Canada right now.
Oh,
So
we're international again.
yeah,
There we go.
that's my home right there.
Where in Canada she at?
I have no idea. Veronica, where are you? I don't want to make nothing up because I've never been to Canada, so I'll be making up cities. You know, she's in Mosquitoeville. But man, as you guys know, like me and Amir, I get the opportunity to play with the amazing Amir this up and coming weekend. And to be honest, y'all, like I lost my passion for music. Okay, for listening to music, not playing it, but listening to it because it was music. Just kind of had like this sour tone in my heart, really, because like nothing was genuine. I can feel, I'm a really deep empath. I could feel when something is real, right? And so listening to, and I apologize because some people are like, yeah, man, your stuff's tight. I was honest and said I never said I listened to your music. I'm glad I said that. I didn't never say that. But when you sent me the music, I actually listened to it. I was like, oh my God, this dude music is actually really good. And I couldn't get past it's dope, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And I don't plug anybody if it's not like real. If y'all never heard this dude's music, go listen to his music. So
by this dude, he means Bel-Ami.
Bel-Ami, yeah. So I'm defining freedom by saying that being open enough to say that, I lost music, but I feel like his music brought it back to me. So it made me start listening to music all over again. So being real. Yeah.
That's powerful.
Brother, bless you. I'm just glad for me it does my heart well when people take an honest listen. You know what I mean? And just like, because I do some non-traditional things, I got 8-minute songs, and that's a lot of people will be like, 8 minutes, I'm not listening to this, I'm skipping. And so just the fact that you took the time out, I appreciate that, brother.
I definitely did.
And it's a hell of a show.
Yeah.
I guarantee this.
We'll be plugging in all night.
Yeah.
By the way, Veronica's from the 6666 rolling with my woes.
Word. What up? What up, T Dot in the building?
Nice.
416.
Look, you getting all kind of love, Bel-Ami.
Yeah.
Come on, Kaya.
Oh man, come on, man.
What's them? This gang sign? Give me all the emojis. I love it. I'm just happy that people care enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go. I'm defining freedom this week, man, by like it lately. I feel like every time we get to this point, I'm like, yo, it's the same thing. I'm sticking to my routines. Like I'm developing routines. I'm defining freedom by like allowing what I thought to not be true and just accept what is. Meaning, and I was talking to you about this, Derek, just about how, the whole idea, I wasn't feeling like myself, man. I was just really overweight from, what I usually like to feel like when I feel sexy. My sexy always feel goddamn sexy. But, and so I was just like, but I couldn't develop like, I don't know. I'm not like the routinized person who can just be like, I'm getting up every day at 5:30 in the morning. I'm going to journal and I'm going to stretch and meditate. I can't do that. Or I just haven't been successful at it. And so when I set the goal to jump rope, it was just really to get me onto something and give me a goal. And that has led me into other spaces of my fitness and my health. And I'm realizing that although I don't have like, I'm going to do this at 4:00 every day, I still do something every day. And I make it an intention of mine to have time to take care of my body. And as a result, it's cleared my mind. It healed me of some aches that I had. And I woke up today. I just energized, man. I was just ready. I really felt like Ricky today when I woke up. Like I was like, good. I text Derek. I'm like, yo, man, I've been up since 5:30. I'm just doing shit. So that's how I'm defining freedom. What I thought was that I was going to have a routine scheduled out, but what I realized is that the routine that I've embraced is the routine of caring about myself and my body.
Nice.
I'm gonna let you go, Elbow, because I have a little sermon, so it's gonna be
well prepared sermon and shit.
It is. Like I got notes and everything.
Wait. You gonna read it like I read old girl's bio?
No. I'm actually gonna know the words.
Dude, bro, that was the worst. You wasn't quite Floyd Mayweather. Actually, you know who's worse? Did y'all ever hear Weeby? Webby. Is it Webby or Weeby? The rapper.
I think it's Webby.
Webby. He was on the Breakfast Club. If you listen to Webby on the Breakfast Club, oh my God, you will die. You will die laughing. Wow. I'm like, what language is this Negro?
I thought I was just reading a lot. I didn't know I sounded like I couldn't read.
Nah, you still was both, bro. It was you was still reading a lot for somebody who can't read.
Yeah, it was a lot, bro. I mean, but the amazing thing was he was so excited about it, and then he kept pausing us like, "Well, wait, hold up. By the way, this was over here and the part of the. But wait, hold up. I'm almost done. I'm sorry. I'm my bad, Elbow. All right, go ahead, dog. How you define freedom?
By getting laughed at,
being comfortable in his skin.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, getting ready to head back to New York. Closing out a chapter in my life in California. So, you don't be surprised when you get what you hope for. And I think sometimes I forget the things I hope for, and then it comes, and then you're caught off guard, and then the other thing that you wanted recently you get, but you forgot something you wanted a long time ago, right? And so what happens, those two things might conflict, right? Like, do you go with where you're at now, or do you go where you want it to be, right? So I think just trying to be honest and find joy in that dichotomy, you know what I mean, is important for me. And to keep, we started with a smile, let's end with a smile, you know what I mean? So I didn't mean coronavirus to happen while I was here, but I realized I'm much more of a New Yorker than I am where I'm from. So so I think that's where I'm defining freedom, just kind of being honest and aware of that in my life right now. So
hey man, that's powerful, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all realize how powerful it is. I'm sorry. I'm stop. Go ahead, Derek.
No. You go ahead.
Go.
Come on.
Now, yeah, because that like what he's basically saying in another theory is like you can manifest whatever you want depending on your energy behind a particular thing you say, right? So you could say something, and that's why I always say like if you listen to the tone of your voice, the energy behind you put a particular thing, you're literally asking God to give it to you, and He's like, okay, cool, it's coming. But as soon as the doubt kick in, and then it slows down just a little bit, but the other thing you had energy on, that's why I say you got to be 100% conscious and aware of what you're saying, because you may say something that you really, really want, but then it don't happen the way you want it, and then you be like, man, screw it. Well, I'm gonna take this, and then but that energy that you put behind that other thing is coming faster. Yes. And so, you know what I'm saying? So it catches up, to the thing that was actually on its way. This was coming fast, but you doubted it because it didn't come when you wanted it. That's why patience is such a virtue. You know what I mean? But if you don't be patient enough to wait for the thing you actually want, that's why it's important to focus on one thing. You say that one thing, like that's it. Don't say nothing else. Don't do nothing else. Let that thing happen. Let that thing manifest, and keep working while you waiting. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as you get impatient, be like, man, screw it. It was right here, but then you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take this. And this other thing is like, boom, and it's coming. And then that's what collision happens at. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh shoot, what to do? I'm juggling both. You know what I mean? I wanted this thing, but now this thing is here, so now I got a decision to make. So that's powerful, bro. So that's deep.
And that is the perfect segue.
Thank you. For what you about to say?
That's why I was just like,
wait,
yes.
Is there a video to go with that? Or is it just...
There is a video.
Oh no.
But I'm not going to show it. So so I'm redefining I'm defining freedom today by redefining and reflecting. So I was sharing with Bel-Ami earlier today that like this is like a 1-year anniversary of this this abundance manifestation or abundance fast, abundance. What was it?
It was like an abundance 21-day abundance journey.
Yeah. And it was dope. And I was sharing with him that like all the things that I thought I was going to get, what I envisioned abundance looking like, didn't happen. Right. But what the feelings that I had when I was thinking about living abundantly is happening. And so like I actually got it. I just didn't get it the way that I envisioned it.
Thank God.
Yes, thank God. Right.
Really?
But I say that because I don't know who shared this clip in our little group chat, but that Bruce Almighty clip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I played that with my wife yesterday. We watched.
Yo, that clip blew my mind. So if you haven't seen it, I'll make a real synopsis. What's his name?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, who's like the perfect God in all the movies. He says something. He says a lot of the times we ask for things in prayer and God gives us those things like what we expect, because we're like, we're in a consumer mentality. So when we ask for something in prayer, like God give me patience, we expect God to give us patience. But what he doesn't, but instead what God might do is not give us patience, but create an opportunity for us to experience and live into patience. And I thought about, so that clip like hit me, and it hit me hard because like, I'm always transparent. Marriage is hard. And like a lot of times I ask God, like, yo, God, like make this thing work. And I had this like epiphany that like, God has been presenting me with all these opportunities to make my marriage work.
Come on now.
And I've just been sitting there being like, nah, this is not it. Nah, like, God, make this woman do, like, I've been doing all this stuff, when instead he's like, look, I'm giving you this opportunity for you to experience marriage the way that it's supposed to be experienced. But instead you're sitting here and you still thinking that I'm going to give you something else, when instead I want to give you the experience so you can appreciate it. And so what hit me, and so what's crazy is this all hit me at one time, because I've been on this this devotional, and so I don't really want to preach, but like this really hit me today too. This scripture that I read, which is Romans 12:2, and it said, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what is good, pleasing, and perfect will of God. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by renewing of your mind." And that's literally what that whole scene was about, which is like, we have to stop thinking that like when we ask for something that is going to be given to us, but instead it's going to be presented as an opportunity for us to experience it. So for all those people who are like, God, I need you to give me $1 million, right? Or I need you to give me all this money. Like he's going to present that to you, but he's going to present it to you in a way for you to take advantage and actually do something.
Come on,
as opposed
dog.
to you not just like giving you a check, right?
Yes.
And so like the last thing I want to say, because like literally this all came together in like this whole thing. So on Friday I had I do this other show, and the quote I came up with for the show was this quote. It says, "Learn to trust the journey, even if you do not understand it. Sometimes what you never wanted or expected turns out to be what you need."
Come on.
And like that is literally like what I'm living right now. I've never expected to be in this moment where I am, but it is what I need, and it's what I've needed, and it's what like it. I'm literally living my freest and best life, in my most abundant life. Like I was sharing with Amir, I've made a lot more money this year without doing anything than working my ass off and try to do everything.
No, time out. Not without doing anything.
Yes, I mean, I've been doing a lot, but like it doesn't feel like I'm doing anything. Like it's not work.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, you're living in your passion. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like you are living in your purpose, and when you live on purpose, it don't feel like work. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it's on purpose. It's not an accident. Like think about an accident. You know, if you accidentally do something, it's hard to get out of it. It's hard to go through it. But if you do something on purpose, at least you know what the possible outcomes are going to be. You know what to expect, which goes back to everything you just said about the experience. That's why people need to chill the hell out and realize life is just a bunch of experiences that you ask for, which is just free will. You say, "Yo, I want this thing." It's like, okay, cool. Wow, here's the opportunity. Take it. Experience it. Now what? You know, on to the. I'm sorry, dude. I'm just fine.
No. Like that's. I mean, like this. So like literally, like the idea that like, what was it? Be the change you want to see, right? Like that is it. Like you have to actually live it out. You can't just talk about it. You got to actually be about it. And so like this, like so I mean, what was really amazing about this, because I had a very heated conversation with my wife, and then I saw this clip and I was just like, that's it. Like this is the opportunity. Like you're asking God to make your marriage better, but yet you're not actually taking him up on the experience that he's trying to give you. Because you think it looks differently. And he's like, no, it looks like this. This is marriage. So work it out.
Bro. I just gotta share one story because you just I'm sorry, go for it.
I just want to say that this right here, this is very important for me right now. There we go. And we'll just get this and I'll let you continue. But I just want to say the offering.
Oh, yes.
The plate being passed.
Yes.
Listen,
amen.
Plate be passed as many times as you want. It's just going to continually being passed. This back across the screen.
Like,
tap now.
Didn't the plate come through this row already?
It's coming right back.
Free Agents Pod.
Wait. You mean your wife has the money and you be like, damn, you're gonna make it look like I don't have money again? Like I don't have cash on me. She has the cash.
That's why you don't put anything larger than a 20 in there.
Exactly.
Preferably 10s and 5s. If you put 5s, you're actually you put a 5 on top and a bunch of 1s underneath. You know, you give him $30, put a 20 and then a bunch of 1s. He put a stack of 20s. Single man out there still with somebody. You want you a good church woman.
Exactly.
Man, y'all been to church.
Singing it too many times. Have to count the offering.
You were about to say something though.
Oh man, I'm like on 10 right now, bro. I got chills. I got emotional like shit going on right now. And it's because like everybody is on point tonight. You know, when I say on point, it's like we're in sync. And Reese said something that's so perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Energy, water. Can you put that up like flowing in you know, like when we are on the same page and we starting to understand like this human experience, and we talk about free will and the power to manifest and the power to be and the power to exist. And like for me, true story, I share a lot about my kids and my daughter and everything like that. So when you said that, it gave me chills because I was like, I remember the day I said that I wish I had another opportunity to make up for my lost time with my daughter. Right when those 3 years when I was in LA, I said it out loud, and it was probably the most emotional moment I've ever had in my life. And lo and behold, me and Nikki got together, and she got 2 young daughters around the same age. Like literally, I was like, oh wow, because Phoenix was check it out. So Phoenix is 6, or 4 5 when we first got together. Me and my kid's mom broke up when Rakia was 5, right? When I came back and me and Rakia, my 18-year-old, finally started talking again, she was 13. London was 13 around the time. So it literally like I left and then the beginning. So and when you talk about manifesting things and like speaking things into existence, and it's like, yeah, I want an opportunity to show my kids, you know, what a good man is, how to be stable, how to be patient. Life is like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna just like, here you go. That's what we want. We want God to be like, okay, here it is. It's like I can give you $1 million, but man, you know what? Zig Ziglar said something like, if somebody gives you $1 million, it's best that you become a millionaire. And I was like, wait, say it again. If somebody gives you $1 million, it's best that you become a millionaire. I sat for a second. I was like, holy shit. Because if you're not a millionaire, you ain't gonna know what to do with the money. You know what I mean? You just get it and then blow it off. You know what I mean? But it's the experience of understanding and learning how to be a millionaire. So when you do become a millionaire, it's like, I know exactly what to do with it.
Yo, hold on. You know, you just wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. You fucked my head up because what you're also saying. So something that I've you ever so a friend of mine reached out to me and it was some sad news, right, about their family. And then I was in their shoes maybe 11, 12 years ago, right? And so they don't foresee what I already know what's going to happen. So I'm learning to have that humility and not like, it's like, I know, I don't say to them, well, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. I just have to say enough to be around when I know what is the inevitably is going to happen, to be able to be that support for them. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's wisdom, there's strength in that. Before I didn't know how to deal with that. Before, if someone told me something and I knew what the answer was, I'm like, oh, the answer is this. Now I'm knowing how to help support them get to the answer that I know is going to happen, but I can't take their journey to the answer away from them. You know what I mean?
They need the experience.
Yeah. So,
yes,
and I don't have to be the experience. I could just be along there for their journey, because I don't know how they're going to interpret this journey. You know what I mean? So whether it's a millionaire or getting bad news, it's like, how do you reconcile that?
Well, Ricky said something really, really strong that I just want to hit on before I forget. You said you wish you could have those years back with your daughter, right? And I just think it so beautiful how even when you ask for something that is outside of the realm of possibility, like you literally cannot have those years over, but you're given those, and that goes back to the opportunity, right? And you're presented with the opportunity to live that through your daughter, because it's your daughter now. And you know what I'm saying? So like, that's a heavy thing, man. So even our most outrageous, this cannot happen requests we'll still have the opportunity to live those things, just maybe not in the way we anticipated. So I just think that's heavy.
Yeah, this is why it's important for us to like not only be emotionally like stable and understand that the inevitable evolution. Okay, time doesn't stop, the world doesn't stop, the seasons keep going, but then there's also nothing new under the sun, which is why there's always going to be a winter, there's always going to be a summer, there's always going to be spring, so on and so forth. So the situations are going to always continue to repeat itself, but just in different ways, different forms and fashion. So that's like the answer to life. But most of us, we kind of like really stuck emotionally, and we tied ourselves to the obligation in the situation in the past. Like you can't, I mean, some simple things is like you cannot go back into the past. You cannot predict the future. But what you can do is learn from that experience. And the next time winter comes around, then it's like, okay, I'm not going to be stupid and be like, I'm not going to plant my seeds. I'm not going to do this. Last winter, I didn't do this. I know winter's coming. Okay. But most of, again, we so emotionally like distraught over what we didn't do, which is why I say guilt can actually put you in hell. Okay, it's not a physical place. It's a mental place. You know what I'm saying? You torment yourself with guilt. It's like, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, and you stuck in hell, burning, suffering all these time. And like, as life is like, God is saying, look, you don't have to be in hell, but you got free will. So if you want to stay there, you go right on here. But life and time is going to keep on going. The best thing for you to do is realize, okay, here's the thing. That's why I like I love the way God said, the Bible said, like, we are created in God's image and his likeness. Okay. So even if you don't understand like everything, the things that make sense, okay, do things like God did, which is create and evolve and keep moving. Create, evolve, and keep moving. Okay. And if you're not doing those things, you're stuck in hell. You're in hell, my friend. Okay, I'm done.
listen, this was a great listen, Ricky. But we're gonna let you continue.
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to.
Yeah.
But before we get into the meat of the show, even though for a lot of shows this would be the meat section, you know what I'm saying? Meat and potato.
It's just a trimming.
I just want to remind you, while you're at it, click that like, subscribe button, and if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that little bell notification icon so you can be notified whenever we go live. Free Agents Podcast here each and every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. I turn it over to you, DJ Star.
All right, so real quick, I don't know who this is for, but hi from nephew and nephew Carl and Jen.
That's my big homie right there, man.
What's up?
Nice. What's up? What's up? Thank y'all for joining. So yeah, we earlier this week we had a discussion about we had a lot of discussion about, for some reason tonight is all about sports and athletes. And so we started discussing bodybuilders, and are bodybuilders really athletes and all this stuff. And so what I was saying was, like, a lot of times we only see one side of the bodybuilder, which is what they show on stage. And so Ricky started breaking down for us, like, what is it like to be a bodybuilder? So Ricky's going to tell us how he went from 280, 39% body fat to 204, 5% body fat, and now you're going for what? What's your new goal?
My new goal is 8% body fat, 230 pounds, lean muscle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me just acknowledge the fact that your before picture was on the left, and that's how it should be. That's how it should be. You're still in good standing.
I can't stand about people. Oh, that's what's up, man. So I'm gonna keep it short and brief, and if you guys have any questions about anything fitness related stuff I'm talking about, please feel free to throw it in the comments. But one thing it stood out to me, a lot of time as a trainer, people want to obviously everybody wants to lose weight, and they have these misconceptions about what weight loss is. And then here's the thing about it: there's so much information out there. Okay. The thing about having too much information is if you don't have a particular goal, information will cloud your mind and you won't end up doing absolutely nothing at all. Or you'll try everything. When somebody say, I tried everything, it's like, well, it's almost impossible to try everything. Okay. And maybe you did try everything.
Why you failed.
which is probably why you failed. And if you did try everything, and I know people, I've been doing this for like almost 15 years now. People say they tried everything. They probably tried a lot of stuff, but they didn't stick to it long enough to make it work. Okay. So bodybuilding, obviously, most people look at bodybuilders like, oh, you look too big, you're too muscular, blah, 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 blah. It is a sport, and I think it's one of the most intense sports, because not only like do you have to do physical training, but it is mental training, which I love it so much because it makes me disciplined. Okay, so for me, bodybuilding is so much more beneficial because of the discipline versus the body. Okay, because you literally go ahead. Let's say.
No, I was gonna say, yeah. Can you talk a little bit about, because you shared this with us, like what you're doing right now, how that idea that you're tricking your body and the whole mental thing with the whole carb cycling.
Absolutely, absolutely. So basically what you have to figure out is how your body metabolizes food, depending on what type of results you want. Obviously, I'm going for a shredded, lean body, okay, for a body, a super athletic, aesthetic body. Completely different from the average person who just say, I just want to lose weight. Okay, cool. You want to lose weight, you eat this many calories, and you be consistent, you'll be okay. For the person who's trying to manipulate their body and confuse the heck out of it so it can burn up all the fat faster with the workout that you're doing, carb cycling is probably one of the best ways. Long story short, it's nothing more than a caloric deficit on purpose, to where your metabolism is slowing down just enough. You're going to feel tired, lethargic, and weak because you're not giving your body exactly the amount of carbs it needs. Like, for instance, if I just wanted to maintain where I'm at, me being 250, I should eat right around 2,400 calories a day, right? So what I'm doing in my carb cycling, you do 3 low carb days and then 1 high carb day, or we call it a refeed day. And every day you gradually increase your carbs up until your max refeed day. Like, say my max caloric intake, right, is 2,800 calories, 2,895 to be exact. Okay, and it's broken down protein, carbs, and fat. So the first day, I'm eating half of that. So I'm eating like 1,300 calories. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm irritable. Okay, but I still go through all my workouts: high intense cardio training and high intense weight training. Hour weight training and 30 minutes of cardio. Okay, so what's happening is, again, your metabolism slows down on purpose. That's where you get weak. You feel tired. So the body goes into this kind of fight or flight mode. So what it does is it says, I have to hurry up and find a resource. Okay, obviously I got fat right now. So I say, hey, bro, you got this fat right here. Go get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, go get the fat, right? So you go a whole 24 hours in doing it. And I'm also doing intermittent fasting, which means I'm not eating until 12 o'clock and I stop eating at 8 o'clock, which gives me about 16 hours. Okay, so within that time frame, what my body is doing is targeting the visceral fat, which is the hard fat for your body to get to. Subcutaneous fat is the fat underneath the skin. Visceral fat is the fat that's next to the organs, which is the ones we want to get rid of. Okay, obviously that's belly fat. And once what happens is, after 24 hours of doing that, slow your metabolism down. It immediately targets the fat, and the next day you feed it just a little bit more than normal. Okay, so now the body said, "Oh shoot, thank you for giving us a little bit of energy." So look at that, like there's a fire, okay, and the fire is going down. And the only thing you did, put a little bit of gasoline on it, okay? And it hikes back up all over again. It's like, oh, okay, shoot, now the fire is hot. So now that the engine's already going, it slowed down, but now you hit it real hard with the gasoline. And so whatever it was burning, it hits it even harder, okay? So if the fire was going down, it said, okay, you were burning fat right here, you slowed down, but now I'm pouring gasoline on it, give you a little bit more energy, give some more carbs, give some protein and fats. In addition to your workouts, I'm gonna hit that faster. Okay, and then the next day you increase it all over again. So you pour more gasoline, and eventually the fire spreads just a little bit more. Okay, and then the last day you pour a lot more fire on it, then you get more than what you normally take in. So now the system has too much. And then with it having too much, it says, I have to find somewhere to put this stuff at. So because I had low carbs, which means I'm not taking like sugar and fat and all other stuff. It's just high protein, high fat, high good fats. It's storing in my muscles. Right. So now that there's too much in my system, it says, dang, the only place we could put that is the muscles, because we ate up enough fat right now. Right. So we put it in the muscles. So the muscles are all jacked up. That's when you see that refeed day. I'll send you pictures. Like right now I'm flat. We call it flat because my muscles don't look full. But by Thursday, I'll look really full. Okay. And then what happens is Friday, I start all over again, right back to low carb. So the muscles, because it's the biggest, place for the body to store protein and fats at, it stays there. Okay, and the next day you go back to low carbs all over again, and it just targets the fat all over again. So you repeat that for 4 months straight. Your body's going to speed up your metabolism. Yeah. You got to do it for 4 months straight, because anytime you get off of that system, the body kind of goes back into its normal state of saying, oh, I guess we're going to be fat again. Okay, cool. Let's just hang out right here.
So let me ask you a question. So if I just wanted to like get rid of like my love handles and my belly fat, if I did carb cycling,
if you did intentional carb cycling, and it's a science to it too, you have to get your actual body fat percentage, your body mass index, your lean muscle mass, and then get your exact caloric intake for the day broken down with your macronutrients, proteins, carbs, and fats. Okay, once you break that down, then what you do is you cut all that in half. Okay, so like for you, if you're supposed to be eating 2,200 calories and break it down to 120 grams of protein, 60 grams of fat, and 200 grams of carb, you cut all that in half for one day. But you still got to work out. You can't just not eat. You got to work out super, super hard and make your body target the fat. Okay. So you're filling your muscles enough with the protein and fats, but then you leave just enough carbs to give you some energy, but then the body targets the fat as an additional energy source. So yeah, you'll lose it that way.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if I can do all that, but yeah.
That's
the mentality thing.
The regimen is every day for 4 months.
Every day for 4 months. But see, that's the thing about bodybuilding, is like, it's not just physical, going to work out. Actually, you get to a point where working out is actually the easy part. It's like, I can make myself go to the gym, but then you got another 16, 18 hours to say, I could only eat these foods, and that's the discipline. So like, when I talk about, I always say reprogram your mind. It's like, look, like you can literally accomplish and manifest whatever you want if you reprogram your thoughts to say, look, I don't need food. Okay, I don't need food to make me feel good. I just need food for fuel. That's it. Nothing else. I don't care about taste. I don't care about none of that stuff. I just need that amount of food to fuel my muscles so I can make my body look the way I want it to look. So if you reprogram your thoughts to that, you can accomplish anything you want. And I'm always like this, like once you hit your body goals, then you just maintain it. It doesn't have to be a long-term thing, which is why I say, look, give me 6 months to stick to a plan, hit your body goals, and then at that point, it's just a matter of maintaining. You know, you can go in between your caloric intake for the day and then, you know, on a weekend, go off a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very Buddhist. Like I remember when I was reading I forget which book it was, but like the idea that like for Buddhists is to get to the point where food is just energy. Like it's not so much about taste, look, none, like you're only eating so that you can continue to meditate and focus.
Yeah, that's why the foods we
live to eat.
That's it, bro. Because the foods that we're eating now, again, because everything has such an emotional attachment to it, we've programmed our brains to feel like I have to have this food. So your brain is saying, if I don't have this food, I haven't eaten yet. And you're only telling yourself that, and your body and everything else is saying, you're right. I have to eat this food. But the whole idea is food is for nutrients. Okay. It's only to feed your body the vital minerals, vitamins, the vital minerals that your body needs to function.
I see what you did there.
Was it on purpose?
That was on purpose. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
That's where they get the word. That's where they get the word vitamins from.
Okay. All right.
The vital minerals.
Hold on. So Ricky, during this 4-month time, like what happens when, you know, every now and then I resort to like, I have to eat a pint of ice cream on some emotional shit.
You don't have to.
Wait, hold on, dog. So you're saying, Ricky, like you don't have those, like, and are you tricking your mind or some shit when you're like, because some foods is all mental, like it's your emotional state, or, you know, you feel like you have to drink or whatever. Like, where's your mindset? And do you trick your mind to know that to say like, you know, I don't really need this stuff?
Yeah. Here's the thing about it. Like once you figure out what foods work best for your body, which is what most people don't do, you know, we have too many varieties of food to say, oh, I like this, I like that. You could take all that food in, you know, and your body only actually digests and receives maybe 20% of it. The rest of it is just stored, right? So the idea is, even if, like I tell people this all the time, depending on how your body metabolizes food, because I know guys to this day, in their meal plan, when they're training for a show, they still put beer, they still put ice cream in their macronutrients, right? Because essentially it's just numbers. Okay. So if you put the numbers together, let's say you do like ice cream, and let's say a pint of ice cream is 300 calories and 20 grams of fat and 45 grams of carbs. All right. So you need to put those numbers into your schedule for the day and make sure that you don't go over that. So you can put ice cream in there, but here's the thing. If you eat the ice cream and you notice you still got a belly at the end of a week, then your body's not digesting that ice cream.
And you also have to realize, I forget what it's called. It's called empty carbs, right? Or empty. So like you're eating a pint of ice cream, but you're not really getting filled. Yeah, empty calories.
Yeah. It's empty calories, and your body stores anything it can't use it if it can't get it out fast enough, which is something else. Like, you know, if you're not going to the bathroom 2 or 3 times a day and taking a number 2, you know what I mean? Then I said number 2. That sounds so childish. You ain't taking a shit.
Wait, 2 or 3 times a day?
Yeah.
I only dropped 1.
I dropped at least 2. I dropped deuce, baby. Double.
What up? Thanks, Elliot. Appreciate it, man.
What's up, Elliot?
Listen, I don't know if y'all know Elliot.
No.
It is a super, super just dope human. And I'm glad he's on here. He's going to also be a guest on the 6 Degrees podcast as well. But he's dope. I met him out here. I don't even remember where I met Elliot, but he's a photographer. Does some really dope work. He used to work on one of the radio shows. I don't know if he still works there. If you still on here, what radio show was that? It was the Ebro. Used to be on Ebro.
Okay. Yo, put your if you want to share, you don't have to. But if you want to share your Insta so we can see your photos.
Yo, but you probably seen his work before.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he photographed for Everyday People.
Okay.
He just had one of his pieces on in Times Square when they were advertising.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, that's Elliot. He's dope.
I like how you changed the subject though.
I wasn't trying. No, I wasn't. But I always like to give shout outs to people who are definitely like first time
I'm
watchers.
just
So
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yo, I mean, I'm about to literally stay on the subject because we're going to hear some advice from someone else. Cue the video. Here we go.
This is just who I am, and you can be who you want to be. You don't want to work out, bitch? Don't fucking work out. Don't listen to no fucking body but your body. That's the only person you should listen to. The human body does amazing things, and it will always take care of you if you take care of it, period. And if that means that you just like to go to the beach and lay down and read a fucking book and get your negative ions in for your mental health, cool. If that means that you need to exert some energy, like me, I have a really busy schedule and I play really intense high cardio shows every single night, and I was really depressed 2 years ago, and then I started working out for mental health, and I feel mentally better and stronger on stage for my job that pays my bills. Cool. But everybody has a body, and everybody's body communicates differently. So don't take anything that I do as something that you need to do for yourself. I will always tell you to do not follow in my footsteps. Create your own footsteps. Be your own superhero. Live your own movie. This is my movie. Don't listen to nobody.
okay.
All right. So,
I see why you saved that one.
well, let me say, hey, first, she gives some all right advice, right?
Mhm.
But I think the thing that like really got me was like, you're on this thing giving advice, and then at the end you're gonna say, but don't listen to nobody. Like, you can't give advice and then say don't listen to one. But
You can.
go ahead.
I think you can. Essentially she's saying what you decide matters most. You know, and what you experience, what you live matters most. But I'm gonna share this with you. But just like me, listen, you ain't gotta listen to me either if you don't want to.
Yeah. So, and we bring this up because, and this is also interesting when I started doing a little more research. I call this Jizzo, which is the whole Julian Michaels and Lizzo incident. But I didn't realize that this was a whole year old. So I don't know why it came back up. And I think this is my thing about like what's really happening that they're trying to distract us from, because why would you bring up this incident that happened a whole year ago when that's when she first made this statement about Lizzo and her weight? But she did go back and say it wasn't about her weight. It was really more about like, let's celebrate her for her talent, not necessarily for her obesity. And so, but I was like, I just found it interesting that like it got brought back up. But
so you're saying who brought it? Like Lizzo brought it back up? You're saying?
No. That video I showed you was also from a year ago. I don't know where it came back up into the news cycle. Like, that's my thing. I'm like, why did this come back up? Like, as I started doing a little more research.
Well, maybe I mean, I think 2 years ago people weren't calling white people out for saying disrespectful shit about black people, right? I think, you know, with last summer, I think people have been a little bit more open with this whole idea of these Karens out here, you know, whether they're, you know, slut shaming or fat shaming or any form of shaming of black culture or black people, right?
Yeah.
Like my only thought of this Jillian woman is like, have you ever grown up in Detroit in the food desert? Not that Lizzo grew up in the food desert, but so many people of color who grow up in these food deserts and they don't have, you know, fresh kale at the bodega. You know what I mean? That's structural, intentional. So that's my issue with her. So yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because like I was looking for different videos to show, and literally every single person that was talking about Lizzo was a white male trainer. And I was like all of them were just ranting. I was like, I think you guys are just using this so that you can get your little rocks off. and sort of, you know, say what it is that you want to say. So I thought that was interesting too.
You don't see anyone talking about these, you know, relatively big white girls with Saturday Night Live, or they're comedians or whatever, and people think they're so funny. Like, no one's talking about them, but you talk about Lizzo, right?
Yeah.
So,
but I do want to get into this part, which is what Kaya said. She's like, ma'am, eating Doritos and laying down is not responsible. Body positivity should never substitute good health. And so this is the other side of it, right? So what are y'all's thoughts about body
positivity is what leads to good health decisions? Because who in a depressed state is always going to make the best decision?
Exactly.
I think that takes a bit of, hey, I'm 800 pounds, right? The positivity comes in, yo, before I become 801, let me make some changes. You know what I'm saying? Let's make this the biggest I am. And I think it goes with just reprogramming how you think about things. And I think I do agree, Kaya, that body positivity should not substitute good health. But you know, there are circumstances where if they're going to be mutually exclusive, let's get some body positivity before we, I'm sorry, if they can both exist, let's get some body positivity before we get into that good health, because that's going to continue to help you make good health decisions.
Yeah, you know, my thoughts on it, I mean, being a former obese fat ass, is that, like, I remember when I was overweight, I didn't feel good. I'm talking about when I was almost 400 pounds. I could pretend to be happy all day. And here's the thing, man, we understand the yin and the yang, and, you know, everything is situational. You know, it's different situation. You can apply whatever you want. But I remember when I was overweight and I was like trying to be happy, pretending to be happy. And I knew I wasn't. I had high blood pressure, diabetes. I was tired everywhere I went, you know. And so I think the message, because, you know, with Instagram, you want to get clips and you know, short images of people's lives. You don't see the behind the scenes. You don't see the insecure moments when everybody has it, big or small. But really and truthfully, like, thinking about like living in the hood where it's normal to be big, overweight, unhealthy, and unhappy. And I guess I take it personally, not only as a trainer and a former person who's big, but as a Black man who understands and been around people who like are okay with just living like shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're okay with having a conversation about blood pressure medication. I'm like, why y'all okay, we're talking about this? This should not be a normal conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, who's your doctor? You know, oh man, I got to go get my treatment today. Like, that should not be a topic, you know. And then, matter of fact, I had this conversation with a guy in the store, and he just pulled me to the side, asked me about my shirt, man. I told him everything I did as a life coach, personal trainer, you know, and the healer and all that stuff. And he was just like, man, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, our Black people, we don't have nothing anyway. Why he pulling up with his pork, with his macaroni and his cheese, and he overweight, and I could tell he had his insulin patch on, and I was like, this should not be the norm. So,
yeah,
you know, on a bigger scale, I'm gonna say this: bigger people are looking at Lizzo and saying she living her best life, she's free. She may not be unhealthy, but a lot of people are. You know, there's a lot of unhealthy mentally and physically people. All right, they're mentally messed up and physically messed up, and they're looking at her saying, "Well, she living her best life, so I can live my best life too. Let me get on top of a car and dance and break a mirror, you know, a window." You know what I mean? You're not healthy. You know, that's a difference. Don't fool yourself. And I'm not big. I'm because I am a purpose coach. I teach you to live on purpose. So when I see you distracting yourself and you live in this false life, I'm like, you're not living. Like, you're totally distracting yourself. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like who she should be addressing are folks who like suffer from that King's disease, right? Like folks who are financially successful or have the means, but yet they still choose to eat, you know, Doritos lying in bed, right? Like, they make a lot of money. They have access to kale or what have you, and they know the knowledge, but they're just I think that's entirely different. You know, sure. I think in the moment, if you're choosing to have your Doritos lying in bed, like, okay, But does that mean that she's promoting eating Doritos lying in bed every night? I don't think she is. I think she's saying like there's nothing inherently wrong with you because you look a certain way. You can work out and change that image, but the fact that you shouldn't get this promotion or you should get paid less than this person or the skinny girl is better than you, like, no, that's not true. I think image says a lot about who you are, but it also says about a lot about the condition that you're in mentally and also physically. But I don't think people should live in a glass house and start judging other people and to say that you're promoting like diabetes and shit when it's just like, no, I'm promoting that there's nothing inherently wrong with you as a person, because people associate, oh, I feel fat, so therefore something is wrong with me. You know what I mean? If you feel like I'm in a fat state of mind right now, tomorrow I'm gonna try and move that. That's different. So
yeah, I agree with that 100%. Like I said, it's extremely situational because I know some bigger people, but they're in phenomenal shape. They can run, they can jump, no health problems at all, and they are genuinely happy. You know what I mean? But again, go ahead.
But don't you think also it's weird for dudes talking about women and women's bodies when we're the ones who, not us individually, but we promote this idea of what is supposed to look healthy, what is a woman supposed to look like? Like, I'm not comfortable talking about that shit too much as a man about a woman.
You're on mute.
You're on mute, Bel-Ami.
My bad. You bring up a good point, DJ Elbow Greasy. And for that reason, I would like to just remind people, this is the only podcast where by you clicking and logging in, you're invited to be on the show. You're actually a guest. I don't know if you knew that. And you can use this link that just appeared in your chat to pop back here. And I know we have some women who are live with us right now. If you'd like to, pop in and drop some comments in here and just speak freely on the topic, you can do that as well.
And there's a couple of things in the chat I want to make sure we get out. Elliot did share. He used to work for Hot 97, and if y'all want to catch those photos, is Elliot.
Ashby. He's dope. Yeah. Man. He's incredible.
And then we also had Kaya, who said that, yes, Ricky, that's when it becomes dangerous, is when she celebrates mediocrity as it relates to health. Our people who are already so unbalanced when it comes to this fast food pyramid. And then Shree also made a good point. I mean, there's like good stuff coming in tonight. Like she says, I feel that saying a person is fat is an inherent lie. Fat is an essential body tissue, which is correct. It should be the correct word. Should be obese, right?
Obese, correct. Yes. Yeah, so
and we got somebody coming in. And then body positivity, yes, DJ Elbow Greasy, but not celebrating poor health.
Yeah. So, well, isn't that what led us to this conversation in the first place? Didn't she get something? She received an award for this, right?
No, so I couldn't find any of that. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's what I was like, I don't understand how this came up again.
Yeah, there was a video, and oh no, you know what? When I tried to send it to you, Jillian and the Shade Room took it off of their website. Something must have happened because Jillian was saying that, she wasn't trying to degrade her. She was just saying that people are praising her for being obese.
Right.
They should be talking
celebrating
about
for her talent.
Then that's how the whole thing kind of started, and then people started talking about it. So that particular video must have got taken down.
Which also, I would say, I mean, one thing she did say, and this also makes a good point, she probably does have a high cardio. Because
she has to. Have you seen her show?
Yeah, I was like, unlike what other people might not be doing, she is actually out there like moving. So like that's the other thing, is like, don't let it fool you. Just because she might look this way, don't mean that she can't move. Like she ain't
outrun a lot of people. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, one thing she did say that made a lot of sense, and it's something that I promote more than anything else, is look, if you don't have to have a perfect body. I don't think there's a such thing as a perfect body. I think it's a perfect mindset. Okay. Like when you set your mind on a place where like, yo, I know where I am right now, and I know where I want to go. And if you know you're going to a particular place and you're not fooling yourself, cool. But if you're comfortable where you are, man, who cares? No, like really, literally don't care. If you're comfortable right where you are and you live in your best life, live it on purpose. But the but comes in is when I know and you tell me, yo, I have headaches, I feel tired, You know what I mean? I feel like I don't have no drive. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, obviously you're not doing the best things for your body. Okay. And if you need to change something, this is what you're gonna have to do, you know. But again, I know cats to this day who can eat anything in the world and they ripped abs, you know what I mean? And they're literally living their best life. I'm like, you high metabolism of you.
Mad.
Yo, we got Sheree in the back. Are you ready to pop in? All right. So, how you doing this evening,
Good. Hey,
Miss
everybody.
Curls?
What's going on,
Hey,
Sheree?
hey.
So,
Hello.
any thoughts on this topic?
Yeah, I mean, more along the lines of what I said. I think that people, shouldn't think of necessarily a healthy size, or just be healthy at the size that you are. And also, knowing what your numbers are, and whether your metabolic numbers, what your blood pressure is, what your triglycerides are, knowing those, and getting those to the best that you can. Because talking about, Bel-Ami was speaking earlier on the body positivity, going along with what a person's mental state is. If someone is unhappy, they can start to try and, change their body shape, and things like that. Oftentimes, that's not a sustainable sort of pursuit, because, they'll try, they start to fail, and then they feel worse, and then it becomes a negative cycle. So, being able to find those things in your life where you can process, whatever it is. Maybe it's trauma from childhood, whatever it is that is, putting you in that state, processing that, being happy, and beginning to love yourself, and then also going on that journey, to me, is a more sustainable way of change. But also, I mean, going back to not trying to compare yourself to the impossible standards that, America and media put out there. Not just America, across the world, the media, they take a perfectly wonderful looking model, and they photograph her, and then, I mean, she already looks the pinnacle, and then they begin to carve her up, and digitally, and make her into something that does not even exist. And that's what we parade in front of our daughters. That's what we parade in front of young women, and women of all ages. And we say, okay, attain that.
You know what? You just made me think about something. Because I'll say, dare I say, I think the people who are obese or overweight, who are comfortable in their skin, are probably a lot more, have a lot better mindset than those who decide to inject themselves with silicone so they can look different.
I would agree there.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
Because at least they have accepted who they are.
Exactly.
That's the real sexy, accepting who you are.
That's
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Like somebody who's big or obese, they're comfortable with their body, and that's what's attractive. You know what I mean? Versus somebody who's pretending, like, oh, I'm really happy, but you're really not. You can tell a person who's really comfortable and confident with their body. It shows, it exudes in everything they walk and talk. You know what I mean?
Which is Lizzo.
Yeah,
that's Lizzo.
Yeah, I'm like, that's actually sexy. But when you just fake like, I'm living my best life, and then you're like, nah, that's not you. That's really not you.
I'd like to say one thing about Lizzo. I saw one of her show one time. She the song,
Juice.
Why? Yes, there we go. Thank you. Don't make me say the lyrics, whatever, because I'll mess them all up. But she came out, and she had on like just a bodysuit, and all her legs were out, and then she had dancers, and some of them were slender, and some of them were full sized, and all of them were killing it, and she looked freaking sexy. I mean, you can be full figured, and your skin just be smooth, and your muscles just be, just firm, and just be, rocking it, because there's this concept in African culture. Like I heard it in relationship to Botswana, where the women are called either traditionally figured or slender. And the traditionally figured women are just naturally full figured women, and that's what's traditional. And so these you know, these filters that we have are actually European filters, right? And so, you know, just being able to, going back to, you know, being healthy, you know, whether you're a small, medium, or a large, and loving yourself.
Yeah, I want to share something with y'all with bodybuilders right quick, because this is something I had to experience after my first show. And when you said, you know, the bigger people are more comfortable, not all, but you know, I've talked to a lot of bodybuilders. After you do that show, when your body looks perfect, okay, you get down to that 5% body fat, and you maintain that for 2-3 weeks, and you take all the pictures. And here's the thing, like, that's why I say you have to mentally be in a place to where I'm deciding to do this for myself, because you're going to be judged on your body, your physique. You're being put in front of people when they say, I need to look at your body and see what you look like. Okay, so depending on how many people are in front of you, you place first, second, third, whatever, right? But here's the thing, like, when you're done with that drying phase, when you have to deplete your body from water and you see every muscle in your body, the next day when you go back to eating normal, your body just blows back up. A lot of bodybuilders, and they might not like if I say this, but I'm telling the truth, I've seen it, we talk about it, they go through deep insecurity issues weeks after the show because you don't look like you look on stage, and you look at your body. And that's why some people are so addicted to bodybuilding, because I got to get back to that. I got to get back to looking like that. And I tell most people, like, some guys, every now and then, some people who have like perfect genetics, they look like that all the time, but not most of them. They don't look like
chasing that high.
Yeah, it's odd.
Another thing that made me think about is that because we always focus so much on women, but we ain't never focused on those linemen. Bro. And those are some of the most in shape big dudes that you've ever seen.
Move too. You ever seen somebody 6'5", 350 pounds running a 4.7 flat?
Get me the hell away from that nigga.
So they beer belly and all, and they will run clean over you.
So yeah, but yeah, cool. Shree, you want to stick around? We got a couple more topics.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's jump into this right here.
You know, unfortunately, we have seen issues around the NBA with fans crossing the line. Somebody tossed a water bottle, and it nearly hit Kyrie as he was walking to the tunnel. Tyler Johnson noticed it, and the Nets began to point out who it was in that section. There are cameras everywhere, so you're going to see the toss right there. It just misses Kyrie. This is as the Nets were exiting. Kevin Durant was doing the interview with Michael Grady, and security began to converge and look for the guilty party. And just flat out stupid.
Yeah, it's an absolute shame.
All right, so this one is Trae Young being spit on. It happens right here. You'll see the woman flinch.
Fans, come out and cheer, come out and boo, yell all you want. We encourage that. This is just plain stupidity. Somebody pouring some popcorn, and any athlete, being Westbrook or whomever, they are pumped with their adrenaline. He's probably feeling bad. His team may be en route here to losing this game too. Just a stupid thing to do.
Privilege, man. People just think that they can do anything they want.
Right. But dude, what's so dumb about that is, like, you go to a game, pay a lot of money, and like you're it's almost like you're so insecure and jealous with yourself. You know what I mean? You just seek any opportunity to try to make the person feel less than or on your level. So you do something stupid like throw popcorn, throw water at them. You know what I mean? But it just shows, right, to me, it just, no matter how ignorant you are, you pay your money to go to the show, and you know it's a game, it's entertainment. But then, as I'm gonna say, as white as you are, you feel the need to throw popcorn on a dude who's apparently doing better than you in your own eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know,
I think a lot of it stems from, and it's interesting you bring up the race issue, because I think a lot of it does stem from that. Like, these brothers got millions of dollars, and for some reason, whatever insecurities he's dealing with, you know, this is as close as he gets You know, even how dare you have feelings because you're
Right.
losing, or how dare you make me feel bad because my team lost,
Right.
or I can just taunt you because I can do that.
And I can't do nothing else. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. That to me is just it's ignorant. It's just ignorant.
Well, it reminds me of like Lizzo talking about being like the superhero in her life, her story. Like these are superheroes in a lot of black kids' lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like whether I mean it happened in Madison Square Garden, but black children look up to Trey Young, even Gigi, you know, Kobe's daughter. Trey Young is her favorite player. Black kids look up to Westbrook. Black kids look up to Kyrie Irving. I would have to say I blame ESPN for the time when LeBron James decided to go to Miami and they showed people burning the jerseys. Like you didn't have to put that on national television, and you didn't. And if you did, you should have shamed them to say, "Hey, that brother should be able to decide where he wants to go." That's the reason why we have free agency. You know what I mean? And that's like what the concept of our show, right? So imagine the idea of black players exerting their free agency, you know, and going where they think they want to go, and then white folks being upset with that. So you're just free and they can't take it. So they have to exert some type of white privilege, white supremacy over you. You know what I mean? So
I think it speaks more to the idea of needing to possess something, right? So when you know, when Jordan left the Bulls, like Jordan is a Bull, so that means if I'm in Chicago, he's mine. You know what I mean? And so just that whole idea, we gotta possess these, like you. So the idea of free agency, like you said, is somewhat off-putting. It's like no, this is mine though. Like how dare you decide on your own to go somewhere else? I wouldn't put it all on like a burning of jersey thing. I just think, first of all, let's just be real. Sports fanaticism is just unhealthy. Like it is. Like if there were any other area in your life where you reacted and responded so like drastically, or if you were as easily I don't know,
manipulated.
Yeah, like you would be like, oh, you have a problem, you need to chill out.
Right. But that's like going to. I'm sorry, go Sherry.
I was just gonna say, I think that because athletes are playing a game, they are seen as pawns, they're seen as chips, they're seen as pieces. They're not seen as people with free will and with with talent and so many athletes have so many different types of talents and so many different sorts of impact in the world. What is the tennis player's name? Osaka.
She's on our list. Yeah, no, you said it right. She's on our list. That's one of our topics tonight.
Well, just the fact that they're not respected enough. They're told, shut up and dribble, or shut up and throw the ball, and don't have an opinion, don't make a stance. Yeah, we own you. We pay our money to go and see you. We just want to see you run around and entertain us, and we don't want to give you the right to live as humans. It's big.
It's honestly, it's like the modern day gladiators. If you think about it, I watch a lot of the old Caesar pilot movies or whatever, 300 and Troy, but it all had the same plot. Like you're a fighter, you're a warrior, and you're gonna do exactly what I tell you to do in this arena. And no matter who taunts you, no matter who, you can't be that animal that you are inside the ring. Okay, you stay inside the ring and you be the animal and you do what I tell you to do. Outside that, you can't do anything. I owned you, you know what I mean? And so like, just imagine it's like a tamed, trying to tame a tiger, so you have these athletes, these huge athletes, huge human beings with all this testosterone and energy. And you do something simple like, poking, I always call it poking the bear concept. You keep poking at that cage long enough, that bear is going to reach out of there. And that's why I always think about, athletes with, who go into, this arena but with a child mindset. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you know they finna taunt you. You know they finna mess with you. You know it's about to happen. You know what I mean? Like, how do you counteract that? What do you do? You know what I mean? So it's a mindset thing, and it's stupid at the same time. But the pawn concept, 100%. You're a high paid pawn.
Yeah. So I do want to get into at least two athletes who are practicing the free agency. The first one you already brought up, Shuri, which is Naomi Osaka, who decided that I don't know if she withdrew or she got kicked out, but she is not playing in the French Open.
She withdrew.
I thought she withdrew because she was supposed to go to a press release or whatever. And what I read is that she was not feeling up to it. She was feeling depressed or whatnot. She just didn't go to something that was obligatory. And I think they tried to fine her, and it went from there.
So she penned an open letter to the French Open, and a couple days before, or just an open letter she posted on social media, and she said that she wouldn't be talking to the press during this French Open run, and it's because she doesn't feel like enough emphasis or enough care is placed on athletes' mental well-being and their mental health. And so this is what I think happened. I'm just this is my
speculation.
I think she probably tried to reach out before, because ESPN showed a clip of her from 2018 or 2019 when she won. It's like that when she first became really, really popular. And in the middle of the interview, they were saying, so how does it feel for you to be, what does this feel like for you? And she was like, I think I'm going to cry. Can I leave now? And they just, at the time you just brush it off. Maybe she's just shy. No, maybe she really has social anxiety, which she alluded to today or yesterday. I remember when the statement came out, I think it was yesterday. But yeah, so I think what happened was she might have reached out to them ahead of time, which is probably why she felt a need to write the open letter in the first place. And she was probably like, I'm just not going to talk. And then it came up. She probably tried to strike a deal with him, but they definitely fined her $15,000 for not speaking to the media. And I'm sure that brought some other things back to the surface. And then she didn't want to be a distraction, so she withdrew.
Got it.
Which just shows you, and I think it was prevalent in the NBA too, because Kyrie Irving had to take some time off for his mental health. And they drug him. They called him every name under the sun. Oh, he doesn't care. He doesn't want to win. Like, no, there's other things more important than winning.
Which is a great segue.
Let's go.
Dope segue tonight.
To the next video.
We got some. We got a special person back here.
Yeah. You ready? All right.
You got her?
Oh no, I was gonna let you.
Okay. Cool.
What up, Reese?
What's up,
Hey.
Reese?
What up?
So, but no, so something that I was thinking about before I even play this video is that, like, why is it that we feel like we have to own entertainers and athletes?
Exactly.
What is it that we feel like, we own them?
It's a jealousy thing, man. Here's the thing. The crazy thing about that is, like, it's a very stupid bipolar double-edged sword. Okay. Because people want to be entertained. I'm so happy to see you be entertained. But at the same time, you know that you're paying somebody to do what they love, and you aren't doing what you love. So therefore, I feel a little bit, I'm offended. I'm like, I'm paying you to do what you love, and I'm not doing what I love. So I'm kind of mad. So I feel like I paid my $29.99. You go do what I tell you to do. It's like, no, you know what I mean? It goes back to, again, like self-validation, you know what I mean? Being comfortable with yourself, being able to say, I can appreciate the art. I'm living my life on purpose. I'm doing what I love to do. So therefore, I see you doing what you love to do, and it makes everything okay. But the people who aren't doing what they love to do, and they feel like they have to have some type of validation and something to make themselves feel, important, they feel mad. They're mad at you. So they take it out on you.
Yeah.
It's really dumb.
Can I say something about boxers before we
You said boxers?
Again, Boxers, yeah. Before going back to the going back to health. Now, it's not necessarily just mental health, but it's the blows that all the boxers take to the head, right? So, so many of our boxers, especially the historic ones, were not cared for after their bouts. They were, when it was time for them to go and get critical help, that wasn't really supported. They, the money wasn't there for them to do so. And then, for instance, the greatest, self-proclaimed greatest, but one of the greatest individuals of all time, Muhammad Ali. You see him at the end of his life with Parkinson's disease. I don't think that it is unrelated to his profession. And so, I just wanted to point out that they athletes put their body on the line every day in really, really dangerous ways. They take a beating and a pounding, and they should be respected, and not only their mental health, but their physical health should be pinnacle to the agencies that are making all the money off of them.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree with that. Just Kadre dropped in and say what's up, and we're talking about not just the Kyrie incident, but just basically how athletes been being treated. But we have athletes speaking up and speaking out. We had Naomi Osaka, who decided to drop out the French Open, and then we also had this.
But at the end of the day, I'm a man with children, and you niggas play too much. 20 years later, you motherfuckers talking about, oh, y'all thought I was a punk because I didn't say something? Are you dumb? Who the fuck wanted to hear me say something about Michael Jordan? So if I'm a 17, 18-year-old kid say Michael Jordan did X, Y, and Z, before I finished the sentence, you motherfuckers would have said I was making excuses. So cut the bullshit. Like, come on with it. Cut the bullshit. I've never been that type of dude to be that stupid. When Oak tried to fight me, I understood. I don't give a damn who was going to win or who was going to lose. Nigga, we not finna fight. I'm on a 1-year contract in Charlotte, and my baby's got to eat. Got me fucked up. Let you emotional male ass niggas jump out the window because of something somebody say and something somebody do. I wouldn't give a fuck what you say or what you think you gonna do, but I know what you ain't gonna do, and that's fucker with me. The fuck you talking about? You niggas just been doing a lot of talking, and that's okay with me. That's okay with me.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. Go ahead.
Not a fan of Kwame Brown, man.
First of all, I respect it.
I don't know why.
I have zero problems with Kwame Brown.
I mean, like literally everything we just talked about, like how people. I mean, like if you listen to a few of his rants, like the one thing I do love about preparing clips is like it gives me an opportunity to like catch up on all this stuff that I have no idea what's going on in the world, and like. He talks about like this idea that like he's specifically targeting and coming after all those media people who just been targeting and talking about like athletes, especially like this whole black male on black male kind of stuff. And he's like, we need to be better with each other. He's like, y'all coming after us, y'all tearing us down when y'all need to be lifting us up, and y'all need to be. And so, yes, there is some iron. Yes, I know.
Then he goes and tears down another black male.
But he's more like a what is it? Like the
walking contradiction.
Not that. Batman. He's like Batman. He's Batman.
He's Robin Hood.
Yeah, like he's basically the what is it called?
Vigilante.
Yeah, vigilante. He's a vigilante. He's doing vigilante justice. He is.
It's no end. It's no end.
Vigilante.
Yeah.
Vigilante.
There's one N.
There's an N in vigilante.
Vigilante.
Vigilante justice.
Oh, vigilante.
Vigilante. That's Vin Diesel's son.
Nah, like I so as a ball player, you have to respect the basketball gods. And this is a guy that's not a basketball god. You know what I'm saying? There's a guy who's a guy. He was a guy who was a part of the NBA, and credit to make it to the NBA. But you weren't one of the dudes. You weren't one of the gods. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have influence like that to be able to talk to the culture and talk about the culture.
But Stephen A doesn't either.
So there's a difference. There's a difference. Stephen A has a lane. His lane is has become elevated because of social media. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't have just one lane, which is I talk about the sport. The people like Stephen A. Smith looked real suspect during coronavirus when there wasn't professional sports, but that's still his lane, right? My issue with Kwame Brown is that you don't have a lane. And if you're just responding to random shit, there's more important shit for you to talk about.
But he does have a lane. He's a former athlete.
Yeah, but you don't have a lane. Like the hardest part of being an athlete is the time that when the ball is deflated, what do? Go on YouTube and respond to people?
Here's what it is, bro. No, it's not that he's going on YouTube and responding to people. If you look, he's been ranting like this for some time now. Like, he didn't just start this. He's been on YouTube ranting. And the simple fact that I disagree with you in the sense that I have no problem with what he's doing. Absolutely none. He's got as much of a lane as we had before we started a podcast. And until we put ourselves in a space and took space for ourselves and was just like, this is what we're going to do. And hey, if somebody were to talk or speak ill on us about, oh, these podcasters coming in and they think they the shit, they don't even know what the fuck they doing. Like, let's come on the show and say something. And we definitely respond to it. And I'm saying he's got as much right to an opinion as anybody who has a smartphone does today. And not to say that, and specifically when they're speaking about him, right? And like he says later on in that clip, he talks about, look, you don't know what my brand is nowadays. You don't know, yeah, that was my NBA life, but that's long gone.
He's a conservative Republican, man.
So you shouldn't talk about me. I don't care what he is. This has nothing with him himself.
But Bel-Ami, he's not. They're talking about his basketball skills.
No, they're not, bro.
No, they were putting him down.
They're
yeah, because he sucked as an NBA player. He wasn't that good, and his response is, "Oh, you fucking this white girl. Oh, I have mama's recipe." It's like, wait, we're talking about basketball. Why are you talking about race and all this other stuff?
So here's the thing. I feel like it goes back, as with anything, you got to backtrack. What was the first thing that led to this thing, which led to this thing, which led to this thing?
It was Gilbert Arenas on All the Smoke talking about like
no. This is like even
Can I jump
20
in
years.
on that comment of what you literally said about the root of it? Because that's kind of where I feel like, as I've been really thinking of this topic, and they just remind me of when I talk to specifically artist friends, but I always tie it to athletes too, that we have as a society have to, like what we're talking about right now, he has a right to a platform. He has a right to have his smartphone just like anyone else. That should never have to be even said if we had a system that didn't switch the industry up. So we made them people to look up to. That was a system structured around athletes and everything else. So then that became the society trope. And when everybody got onto it, it also became a part of the recruitment. Like as a young boy, that's your dream. Your goals is to be like MJ. Like it had its own cycle. And so now to take it away really fast, you got to look at how you got to get everybody back on board with you know what? We're going to downplay how we respect athletes. It's like, yes, we want to watch for entertainment, but we're not watching as this is who you should idolize. Look at their practice. Let's go do a study and show a special on how they got to their journey, while we still have people like balance it. All I've ever asked is balance. It's like, if we're going to do that with them, then we have spotlight documentaries about education workers, service workers, medical field, law, like the same intensity, the same camaraderie. I should see just as much team gear for as many law schools out there. Like, you know what? I'm repping, like it should have that same energy across the boards. Or no, not that kind of energy at all. If we don't want to have competitive, then let's reduce the competitive then. But we built it, and then it's like, how dare you be this superstar, all these admirers. Who made that navigation? Like even YouTube, even social media, it built that infrastructure And then it's like you can't criticize the infrastructure that's built, but let's change the infrastructure. Okay, we see that it's time. It could use a change. It could use an update. Let's evolve it.
I want to speak on that too, because you said something there that made me think about this. But like, we've elevated these people and given them a platform and said, okay, now you have the right to talk about these people in this way.
No, we've elevated them, but like not so much that you have a right to talk about them, but it's elevated, and then like you have people that you are responsible for. That should not exist. By being an athlete, you should not be responsible for.
Right. And I'm saying because of that, right, we have this unhealthy relationship with them. So like everything we do when we support them, it's unhealthy. Like there's no reason why you need to wear a jersey everywhere you go of your favorite player. It's no reason why you need to yell at somebody else for having someone else's jersey on, because that's the rival team. Like that's unhealthy behavior. So I'm saying we engage with them in every way unhealthily, and that it shows up when our media personalities, specifically our African American ones, like speak about them beyond what they're doing. Like it's not reporting that they're doing, they're opining about their person. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that if you paid attention to what was going on, and we didn't show it, but Jalen Rose years ago stopped Skip Bayless from calling Kwame Brown a scrub. And he was like, no, he's been in the league 13 years. It's impossible for him to be a scrub. The 15th man on the bench who doesn't play is not a scrub. And why do you think they keep getting jobs? Because they're not scrubs. So let's change this language that we use to describe what people spent their whole life doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, and when we compare Kwame Brown to Shaquille O'Neal or Wilt Chamberlain, no, the numbers don't measure up. But he's not a scrub, so let's change that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is the thing. It's the language is unhealthy. And if they're going to come at Kwame Brown unhealthily, and you got to think, to endure that your entire professional career, it's that you are the top. Listen, you're the top 400 people in the world at this thing. Who on here is the top 400 people in the world at anything? And I think we feel really good about what we do. To be that consistently for 13 years, bro, like relax, my nigga. And guess what? If I decide to come back at you, you can't get butthurt. You just gonna have to take this. And that's how I feel about Kwame Brown.
Nice.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
Yeah, that was a mic drop.
And since it was a mic drop, let's just drop.
Stop, drop, and roll. Listen, I do want to remind people though, because we haven't in like 20 minutes. Listen, we're here each and every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We still got to get to some other things in the show. Do we have our special guest? Is he calling in? Do we know? Is he here?
If he isn't here, he should pop in. If he is here, rather, he should pop in. I was reading that.
Those who are questioning, butthurt is when you get butthurt. It's like, oh, you got a soreness, like you feel something now, like
in your butt
to be there.
Is that a Bel-Ami original or is that a Houston thing? I don't know.
Actually, if you search Bel-Ami online, it might be.
It might be. Some guys would definitely be getting their butt hurts, and it's not in an attractive way.
It depends on who you are and what you like, whether or not it's attractive.
Look, we're gonna push on to pick a side, but before we do that, we do have a special announcement. I was hoping that our guest would be on, but maybe he'll come up. He'll come in. As you all know, I said that there's an announcement. We're not moving dates anymore, but we are doing something very special in a couple of weeks, and that is episode 19 will be live in Houston, and we will be able to have an audience. And we're going to be doing it over at our good friend Robbie Tolan's house. And so if you are interested in wanting to be part of that live studio audience, it's going to be very, very small because we will be practicing social distancing and all the other great stuff.
Big house, though,
in
so
Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, just listen, and you also have to sign a waiver saying that you will not blame us if you catch anything. But
You also cannot bring that
Can
shit.
you be more specific about catch anything?
anything.
You will not catch an STD.
So, but no, yeah. So we're gonna have a live show. I'm excited. It's actually gonna be the first time that all of us have ever been together, especially because one of us are in California. But it's real interesting that I think I've connected with I've met everyone, but then there's I guess Bel-Ami, you've met everyone too, right?
Lever that DJ Elbow Greasy and Ricky have not met.
Yeah.
The two bald-headed brothers with the beard haven't met yet.
So yeah.
I want to see that hug. That's gonna be a good, strong hug.
It's gonna be a nice embracing.
I'm gonna look to see who asserts their dominance in the hug, though.
Bring it in, nigga, bring it in.
Hey, squeeze a little.
So because of that, we will not be. So we'll be here next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that, we won't be here. It will be going live on a Friday at 9 p.m. And so, yeah, if you're interested and you want to be a part, DM us. You can catch us on the Instagram. DM us on the. I guess you can DM us somehow on here, but yeah, Instagram is the best way.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about people in Houston or people that will come to Houston?
People who,
if you want to come to Houston,
come through.
Come through.
Come to the show anyway.
Listen,
It's gonna be dope.
We have three seats reserved. All right, so 2 of them are already on here, and we have 1 more for Kadre. Y'all definitely, if y'all want to be a part, y'all been our ride or dies, and so y'all got.
That's decent. That's fair.
So
thank you.
No, we can't fly you yet.
Can't
One
fly
day.
After those endorsements you've been pulling.
Yeah. You'll fly you out, but we're not there yet.
Oh, well, we got shavers, right? We have
smooth balls.
Yeah. Ointment for butt hurt.
That's called lube.
So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into some pick a side.
Yo, we have a shout out Kadre. Kadre been in the chats going in.
Oh yeah. Let me.
Yeah, we gotta get to his comments. It says athletes and performers like MJ, Prince, and Chris Brown put their bodies through the ringer. Of course, he would mention Prince. Bible verse and all things you do.
Sure.
Prince got to be in there.
He said, if I hear anyone talking negative about y'all, I'm cussing them and their mama the fuck out.
Damn, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Absolutely. You're gonna catch some Kwame fades from Drake.
Actually, it's a good plug for you right now if you want to talk about it.
The most important thing he could have said right here.
Mm-hmm.
I will catch Bel-Ami at the Juneteenth concert, the Missouri City Juneteenth Celebration Festival. I'll be performing, y'all. This is gonna be my first show back in Houston since 2016.
Wow.
Dang.
Not even. I didn't do any shows in Houston 2016. 2015. I think one of the last shows I had was the show with Toby. Because after that, I didn't have many shows. No, we did do one in we did the Bilal show in 2016. Yeah, so listen, come out. If you're in Houston on Juneteenth, you don't want to miss it.
You want to tell them the stage time and all that?
Yeah. Concert starts at 7 p.m. Missouri City is the Hunters Glen Park. I think I go on around 10. So just make it out there. It's 10 o'clock is cool, and it's not going to be 90 some degrees. It's going to be like 85.
Yes, Lord.
So you won't get super, super duper hot. You'll just be hot.
Yeah, just bring your off, not your of.
Bring your off, not your of. Ricky House. But yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. Stellar lineup. This drummer guy who hosts this podcast with me, he's gonna be on the set too. Yo, it's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be a great show.
You have the graphic or no?
I should have had it.
Oh, that's right.
I actually do have the graphic. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it up right now.
That's right.
I do have the graphic. But yeah, Missouri City Juneteenth Festival, Celebration Festival, June 19th, Hunters Glen Park in Missouri City, Texas. Y'all be there.
It's going down.
Nice. Something else is about to go down, and that is pick a side.
Okay.
All right, do you want to go over the rules?
So pick a side. So can y'all see me?
Yeah.
My computer is totally frozen right now. So I don't know what the hell is going on. I tried to import this damn picture, and I should have. My computer is from 2011. It's a late 2011 model. It's amazing it's lasted this long. It's beautiful and it works and it meets all my needs. I'm saying
Mac or PC? Mac or PC?
Mac. It's 2011. It couldn't be a PC if it was 2011.
Hey man, those Acers last a long time.
Pick a side.
You know, the Acers is really about race. RACE. You spell it different. I want you to. That's why the Acers last as long as racism. Damn, what was I talking about?
Your PC.
Racism.
It's a practice and owning our shit. We're gonna each present a topic, 2 sides. We'll pick one, no explanation. However, we can explain only and only if you guys in the chat want us to explain and you let that request be known. I would also like to invite you. Look, we got 6 people. What was my goal for this year? 10?
Yeah.
I said 10.
Yeah. Real quick, Kadre, be safe, man, too. And make sure you get that day off so you can come to the live show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Good to see you, Kadre.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
He already said he's coming.
All right, cool.
So yeah, use that link. You can pop in. We're gonna get to 10 before this year's out. Guaranteed, we can get to 10 people on the show at one time. That's the max we can have. Anyway,
I was like, how does that look? It'll be 5 of 5, 5 on top, 5 on bottom.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
Can you
really?
Can you test it out beforehand to make sure StreamYard will deliver it?
Oh, it will.
Okay.
Or we're gonna get our money back.
All right, let's go ahead and jump in, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's go in a different order this week.
Okay, cool.
Let's start.
When we mix it up, just throw it around.
Ladies.
All right, here we go. Boom, and boom, and boom, and boom, and boom.
I'm first. Okay. I got one this time. I'm not gonna be caught like last week.
Hope you got 2.
I got 2. I got 3.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. All right. So, Gulliver's Travel. Would you rather be stuck on the island with the Lilliputians or the Brobdingnagians?
Hold on. Say this.
No one has read that book.
I've read that book.
The only person that read that book is DJ Elmo Greasy.
I haven't even read it.
Let's start again.
I wear clothes.
What I said was the Matrix. Would you rather take the blue pill or the red pill?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's what I said.
And remind me which was which pill.
Yeah, I didn't understand the Matrix.
The giants or the little people? That's what she's saying.
The giants? Yeah, exactly.
It was the giants or the little one. People
or the Lilliputians, yeah. Would you rather be stuck?
Either they're giants or you're a giant.
Okay.
No, who you're
that's
stuck
actually
with.
No. Actually, Bel-Ami has it right. That's what my original thought was. Would you rather? Thank you, Bel-Ami. Would you rather be a Lilliputian or a Brobdingnagian giant?
Gotcha.
And I think I'm saying it right. I don't know. Maybe
would you rather be a giant?
I'm gonna go with it.
So would you rather be a small person in a world full of giants, or would you rather be a giant in a world full of small people?
Would you rather be a small person in a world full of regular people, which would be giants, I guess, or a giant in a world full of regular people, which would be small people? Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we got it. We got it. I mean, it took a minute, but we got it. Hey, we got it.
Her best to confuse us again.
I was definitely going with the blue pill.
That's what he said.
I'm be tiny with regular folks around.
Hey.
All right, I'm gonna be a giant.
I'm gonna be a giant.
I'll be a giant.
Yeah, I'm a Reese. I'd rather be a small person amongst giants.
Yeah, I'd be Lilliputian as well.
3 and 3.
Oh wow, that's what's up.
Okay.
Anybody want to break
I
this
like
tie?
to say the word Lilliputian.
Lilliputian.
Yeah.
And what's the big
That's
person?
what I'm saying. I plucked them.
I think it's Brob Ding Nagian. Brob Ding Nagian. There you go.
Brobdingnagian.
Yeah, I think so.
Who wrote Gulliver's Travels
Great
again?
story. That's a great story, by the way.
Who's the author of Gulliver's Travel?
I got you.
Don't nobody say Gulliver and shit.
I got you. I got
Was it Homer?
It was Homer.
No, Homer.
Jonathan Swift. Jonathan Swift, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Homer wrote.
Homer wrote
First,
the Odyssey.
Iliad and the Odyssey.
Yeah. First published.
He wrote the Trojan War, Iliad, and he also wrote the Odyssey.
Yeah, first published in 1726. That's a long time
What
ago.
the Gulliver's Travel? Wow.
But those stories they had some very similar themes throughout.
Yeah. It's actually not a long book. It's only 192 pages. I thought it was longer than that.
Back then they wrote tiny because they were Lilliputians.
Love it.
But I
think maybe I should go read the book now.
Yeah,
I think I should just
or
read
watch
it.
the movie, which is what I'll do.
Ted Danson was in the movie. They did a.
It's good.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't read. I feel like the dummy in the group right now. But anyway, I was like,
No, leave the reading challenge on here.
well, hold on. Wait, hold on.
He graduated from school.
If it's on the black of the university. Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Reese. What you got?
All right. Mine is formal wear or casual wear.
If you would have asked me a couple of years ago, it would have been different.
Wow, really, dude? Really?
I'm going with the cash.
What? You?
He ain't wore a tie in 2 weeks.
Right. No tie.
Casual.
Wow.
Casual.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely casual.
Yeah, casuals.
Yeah, casual.
Yeah, I'm formal.
Get out, bro. You're formal?
Yeah, where's your formal wear right now then?
She at home.
It's 9:54 or 10:54.
Where's your formal pajamas?
Formal pajamas.
Awkward.
That is an explanation.
All right, here we go.
The door is open.
Pick a side. Have a child every year for 20 years, or never ever have any children at all.
No children, bro. They ain't give me 20.
Like I got kids. No kids.
Yeah, I'll be okay without kids.
It's definitely different for the other two people.
Right. Right. I'll say 20 children.
Wow.
I would do the children.
Well, I mean, I guarantee you, child 15 through 20 will slip right out.
Just no. Survey said.
I'm gonna say.
Who brought this?
I'm gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna say yes.
If you had to have them, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I mean, although it is a. If I can start, that's right. I can't explain. Go ahead. Next.
Bel-Ami.
Oh, okay. Pajamas or no pajamas?
Oh, no pajamas. That's easy. Elbow grease.
Ooh. I wish somebody can ask me to explain this.
We'll go with the no jammers.
Please, somebody ask.
Mamma jamma.
You said jammers?
No, I said she's a bad mamma jamma, but no jammas.
Yes, come on, somebody ask.
No jammas.
I'm gonna go with pajamas.
What?
Somebody needs. I can explain.
No jammers.
No, ain't no ass your ass.
I can explain. Come on, Malika. Malika, ask.
Asking sure.
Just ask.
All right, it's on you, brother.
Oh, dang, man, made me forget mine. Okay, I gotta word it properly. Okay, so you get the option to live in the house of your dreams, but there's a new beach in the backyard. Do you take it, yes or no? You get the house of your dreams, but the only option where you can take it is to like deal with new people in the backyard all day, every day. Yes or no?
Yes.
Bruh, you said so. Did you see the plans for my house of my dreams?
For real.
That's where it's at.
Yo, for real. Hell yeah. Yes and yes.
Sheree.
Yeah, dream house.
Yeah,
and a
I'm
beach?
taking the house.
Oh man.
Oh, is it on me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, new beach all day.
I'm taking the house, man. In that beach.
Yeah, definitely new beach. Yeah.
This is what you should have said. This what you should have said is it's nude people that you are not attracted to, don't want to ever see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Oh, here you go. It's a nude.
Yeah.
It's a nude congressman beach.
Congressmen.
Congressmen.
Congressmen. I should have added that spin to it. Yeah.
Got Mitch McConnell out there. You got
All right, elbow greasy. Hold on. This is what
No. We got Malika.
I want to say something real quick because we have two people in here who are watching, and I appreciate that they're watching this. But we can almost reach our goal of 10
if everybody joins.
If they just join. Look, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this link in here, and I know we gotta go soon. I'm gonna put this link in here, and if you use this link, it'll bring you backstage, and you can hop on the show. Listen, if we get Erica and Malika, who should have no problem joining,
Kaya,
we can get you in here.
Come on, Kaya. Oh,
And
Kaya.
And I think that I'm trying to think who. We have one person on. We have one person that's on Twitch, so they can't join.
Oh, okay. Well, Malika did ask for you to explain.
Yes,
your dumbass reason why you put on.
Dumbass reason. All right. I got to mute you because we're echoing.
Okay.
So my dumbass reason is because back when I was in college, I'm not afraid to shame to tell this story, but I went to sleep one night with no clothes on in a hotel, and woke up with crabs. So moving forward, I sleep with pajamas and underwear.
I don't know that pajamas would have helped you out, brother. I just don't think that would have.
Blocking the pajamas. There was other issues happening.
What kind of pajamas you wear, sir? Soaked in DEET?
Bro, you had crabs before you went to sleep. You just told your girlfriend that story.
Nah, I didn't, man. Baby, I did not have crabs before I went to sleep. I promise you.
I woke up and I had crabs.
I woke up.
I just woke up.
It was dirty. It was a dirty hotel, and never again will I sleep.
Wait. Your ass. Wait. If you know the hotel dirty, why you?
No. I didn't know the hotel was dirty. That's what I'm saying.
How you not know the hotel is? Wait, the hotel was dirty because you got crabs, or from when you drive up, you're like, yeah, this is a dirty ass hotel.
No, the hotel was dirty because I got crabs.
The hole was dirty.
It was a nice hotel. It was a nice hotel before then.
She was dirty, bro.
She was dirty.
I was by myself.
Bed bugs, maybe, but I don't know that you could just lay down and get crabs. I thought you had to do some other stuff to get crabs.
Oh shit! Oh, what the hell is this? That's crabs. Oh fuck!
No, I would not be naked ever again.
You gotta do some stuff.
Oh my god,
if you find a way to get crabs in your bed right now, you would have another conversation to have, bro. So you should be all right, man. You should be beyond this trauma.
Nah. Never.
Bro,
like I refuse to be naked in any bed.
I refuse to.
Whoa.
Really?
Any bed. I refuse.
Like I refuse to ever sleep naked in the bed, or I refuse to ever be naked in a bed ever.
I refuse to be naked in a bed.
Bro, have you ever had 1,000 count sheets, bro? Have you ever?
I've had 10,000 count sheets. They feel good in my pajamas.
You can't feel the experience. You can't experience it, man.
Shoot.
Well,
nah, man.
Like,
it is seared in my head. Like that was the worst. Like it was like worst week of my life.
You made to go to the bed with her like that.
What kind of seafood were you eating?
All righty.
Okay. All right, I'm done. That's it.
So yeah,
whose turn is it?
His turn. No.
Oh, it is my turn. It's my turn.
It's not. It's my turn.
It's Elbow Greasy's
Elbow
turn.
Greasy's turn.
Went back to that one.
Give 3 people.
All right. What's the best? Like, we're gonna do this again type joint. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna make it work. Is it still say yes to you again? You know, because I still say yes to you again.
All right,
I wasn't sure if y'all knew that shit. Anyway,
I didn't know it till you sung it. That's good.
Or the second time around. Second time around. Dun, dun, dun. Like which one is a better? Which one connects to you more?
Who would still say yes? That was Jets, or who was that?
They're both Climax. So
Climax. Okay.
Howard Hewitt's both of them joints. One he's on like kind of like the faded like chorus, and then the other he has actual verse.
I still say yes. I say yes to that one.
That's a tough one. Second time around.
Second time around.
Second time.
Yep, second time.
Damn. Still say yes all day, every day, yo.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna. This is gonna suck. It's gonna be one rounder, but we have somebody in the audience had a pick a side as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Kaya says vaccine or no vaccine, and before we do that, I have a video.
I had a real good one though.
Oh, okay. We can get to it, but I want to show this. This is hilarious. Oh,
listen, a lot of people are asking me every day, yo, did you get vaccinated yet? Did you get vaccinated yet? Listen, I'm a trans-vaxxite, all right? I identify as vaccinated even though I'm not. Vaccination's a spectrum. Don't be a bigot.
So vaccinated or not vaccinated?
Vaccinated.
Oh, it's on me.
No. Oh, it's we just do.
Oh, it's just okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sheree.
Yeah, vaccinated 2 times.
I'm getting vaccinated. Not vaccinated yet.
Vaccinated.
V Squad, baby.
You already know me. I'm not vaccinated. No.
And that's why we're signing those releases, guys.
Definitely vaccinated.
Somebody.
That's the new peace sign.
That's why. That's why.
All right, Sheree, you want to wrap us up then?
I could, but if I do, I'll take us out of the PG-13. We don't want that, do we?
That's fine. Yeah,
it's free. It's free.
We say what we want here.
Okay, here we go. It is Valentine's Day,
But
and huh? What?
but
He said,
what was
he
my
said,
answer?
he said, butt hurt.
No. Booty, ass, butt, whatever you want to say. What's the answer?
Okay, it's Valentine's Day, and your significant other has two showcases for you, right? 2 boxes, 2 surprises, right? You have to choose one. In the first box, you have strawberries and chocolate. You have your ice cream, and you can't have ice cream without the whipped cream. You know, you have all that. You have your peanut
That's a lot
butter.
of dairy.
Huh?
That's a lot of dairy. Go ahead.
She's trying to say
Yeah,
peanut butter, man.
I got you.
She go with
It's not. It doesn't matter. It's not the main dish. But
Yeah.
in one in one box you have that,
You got the
and the
dressings.
other.
The dressings for the
Would
main
you
dish.
stop
Yeah,
interrupting her, man? Damn. What the fuck?
Leavers
In,
get
in box number 2, you have fuzzy handcuffs. You have a rider's whip, a blindfold, a feather, and constraints. Which one are you going with? Box 1 or box 2?
So food or weapons.
Torture chamber.
Again.
Torture.
Yo, turn, DJ Star.
Food.
V Squad all day, baby. Box number 2.
I'm definitely going with number 2 because I can't eat none of that stuff.
No explanation.
But maybe it's not for you to eat.
Oh, this is the key to getting butt hurt, huh?
But stay hurt.
Kaya said,
Right?
giving diabetes.
But you're gonna work it off so you'll be active and healthy.
Right.
You can't move. Never mind. Sorry.
You can move after that.
What are you choosing?
Low.
Elbow.
Going with the food, man.
Hey, Reese, did you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said everybody said
Box 2.
Everybody said one except for you, Sheree.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sheree,
Yeah.
I brought both boxes.
Yep. It's just me and DJ Elbow with the food. We some gluttonous
All right.
we some gluttonous motherfuckers.
Yeah, as we should. We deserve that.
All right. Well, thank y'all for always joining Reese and Cherie. And Cherie, if you can make it down to Houston in a couple of weeks, we'd love to have you. So stick around if y'all want as we close up.
Peace, Reese. Peace, Cherie.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all. Much
All right,
love.
guys.
Good night.
All right. Mr. Ricky, you want to take us out?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I would love to start it the way I would like to end it the way we started. So with all of us kind of, tapping into that next realm of understanding. So I want to start it off, and then I want somebody to pick up on it,
Okay.
just because I just feel it right now, But at the beginning of our conversation, it was really just talking about manifesting and being able to speak things into existence, being 100% comfortable with who you are as a person, understanding what you want. That way, when you speak things, it's intentional. And being the human that you are, being able to create the life that you want is something that we haven't learned to do. And with this platform that we have as free agents, we're displaying it over and over and over. It's like, yo, everybody has an opinion, whether it clashes or not, but essentially you have the right, you have the freedom to say what you want to say and understand why you're saying what you want to say by way of conversations. So it makes sense to have platforms like this and be around people who, we don't judge you. And that's one thing I love about us is like, you can say what you want to say and nobody's really like, you're stupid for saying that. All right. You're entitled to your opinion, and it makes life make sense. It makes your opinion make sense. It makes the free will and the ability to be on this planet and experience everything make sense. So I would just leave by saying, enjoy the experience of life. Try not to take things way too serious. Learn what you need to learn from a situation, and then move on to the next thing, and share what you learned with somebody else so we can all grow together. That's all.
All right. I'm going to jump in there, and I'm going to say to that, not only should you enjoy the experience, but you should let other people enjoy their experience. too many times we also try to like push our experience on other people. Let other people just enjoy their experience, and like, you just enjoy that they're experiencing it. So I think that's the other thing that's important is, it's not just always about you, but it's like allow other people to, be able to partake.
He's like, man, these fools be trying to push pajamas on people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling y'all, I had crab. Shit.
That was a good one. And you know what? We're gonna end it on that note.
Pajama pushing ass niggas.
You can have that last laugh. That's fine.
Listen, I have to put in my 1 cent.
Go ahead.
It's that just off of the piggybacking off of everything everybody said. I know we laugh about it, but DJ Elbow Greasy said something really important earlier, and it's just about, it speaks to this about letting people have their experience, letting people get there. The same way God gives us opportunities to gain the things that will help us get what we want, but to experience that thing. And I think to move our ego aside and let ourselves, let other people gain the insight that we gain by going through that experience as well. Don't leave anybody unsupported, but allow them to reach that space on their own and in their own time, and then don't shame them for it. But with that, I do have to say one thing. Was that it? No,
you got one, Elbow Greasy. I mean, outside of digging on me.
I love you, man.
I love you too.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me is last week, I just want to apologize, publicly to y'all and to all our fans out there. I bowed out a little earlier than expected.
He went to a crab boil.
Clearly, this is going to be. I got it.
By himself.
I got. So yeah, I just want to say, like, the next day I was like, I'm fine, right? And then, like, it meant a lot for y'all to reach out and make sure I was okay. You know what I'm saying? Because we never know, right? Like, what if I'm not? And
especially if you would have saw this text. It's like how you read.
I try to send a text as I'm driving to work with the auto
that
speech.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. I mean, I just want to say it out loud, man. You all are like my brothers. You know what I'm saying? And friends that I've never really had. I have friends before. I'm not saying it like that, but just like ones who look out in ways that, and hold each other accountable. You know what I mean? I think those are the kind of friends that, you're blessed to have. Not everyone feels that role. And so I just really appreciate y'all. And just every day every opportunity we have to speak publicly, like, it gives me a chance to really reflect on where I am and where I want to go. And am I doing what I need to do to be there? So I just want to say thank you to my three brothers here who helped me be free. So appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I can't wait till we all unite like Power Rangers.
We should all wear pajamas.
We should all wear pajamas. Listen, Elbow Greasy, I understand not having friends like these. I've never had friends with crabs before either. And so it just really makes me feel really good to know I have a group of brothers I can count on. That's what I was just really buying time until. So what happened was I was looking down at this window down here, and then all of a sudden my heart just went boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom. And I saw this fro pop on here. So, hey.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what? My God.
I'm nerding out. And my hair looks crazy. I'm really bummy.
Shut up.
But you said that I would be able to, like, help make your goal. And since I like you today, I might want you to reach your goals. But now I'm too late. So
you're not. Well, we at least have we ever, what's the most we had?
6. We can do 7.
Hold on. Boom. What up? 7.
Oh, damn. 7.
Look at that.
All right.
All right. Look at that.
Hello, the Malika.
On our way.
Hi.
Look, we got more people. We
Y'all
got more people on the
My
screen. Than we
lighting
got,
sucks, but
and we got more people on the screen than we got watching.
Right.
oh, I'm sorry, you guys. That makes me sad.
No, it's okay. We'll be there one day. We laugh at it now. We'll be there one day.
It's okay. Because then when you got thousands, hundreds of thousands of people tuning in, you know, you can look back and go, ha, humble beginnings.
Remember when we had more people on than we had watching? Oh, that was fun. I want the lobster, please. Oh no, the crab. I want the crab.
Right.
I really look a mess. I could have made more of an effort. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you
Yeah,
good.
the camera's all backwards. How do y'all do this every week?
Yo, you want to plug you want to plug anything?
Hey, what up, Mabel?
Do I want to plug anything?
Yeah.
Not yet. Well, I will say cheers to my grandmother. Rest in peace. I just popped bottles. We have some Patron for my girl. It's been 2 years since she's passed. I was my best friend, and today is her birthday, a fellow Gemini. So toast to Coco. Wherever I go, I carry her with me. And I do have some things coming soon, but I don't want to dare. Don't give it to him yet. You know what I'm saying? It ain't ready yet.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay locked. But definitely something that's good. I'll give you a little hint. Something good for your
soul.
For yourself, to soothe your soul and finding ways to be good to yourself, be even better to yourself. So
A Malika B Bel-Ami duet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I've been trying to wait for this Malika B Bel-Ami duet for like how long y'all been married?
Well,
mute.
We'll see. Who knows? If we're post pan crust pizzas, so
I sent them a
anything's
song and
possible.
everything. I sent them a song. He's cutting us off, y'all.
Good job, babe. Good job. Good job.
Right.
Can you do our tag out there as we, you know what I'm saying? Do the drop that you do for the 6 Degrees podcast.
This is my audition.
It's your audition right here. We want you, before you go though, follow, like, subscribe, comment below. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon if you're watching this on YouTube, so you can be notified whenever we go live. This has been the Free Agents Podcast. We're here each and every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Catch us next week, same place, same time. Just say the Free Agents Podcast is brought to you by
From your podcast.
What is it? LC.
The Free Agents Podcast is brought to you by what?
The Emerge Group, LLC.
That's a lot. I'm not rehearsed. The Free Agents Podcast is brought to you by the Emerge Group, LLC.
Thank
you. There you go.
Look at
that. We out here,
And the letter C.